morning.
Good morning.
So how was in the week?
Oh, great.
Any major breakthroughs?
Yeah.
So please share if you had.
My major breakthrough it was regarding the power league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there any target set for this last week?
Yeah.
So has it been achieved?
The power league really got me out of state. Like it gave me focus because in my head I have many things to do and I end up doing nothing.
Okay.
So now I have a set focus
Mm-hmm.
and it just boosts my confidence. That's all.
Okay.
So that's the picture.
Okay. For me, also, what I suggest, since both of you are in the beginning of the 4th week,
Yes.
right? So better you stay in touch with each other. Keep in touch with each other. Stay in touch with each other. And since you have set few targets for both of you, just keep reminding each other whether they have been achieved or not.
Okay.
And make each other self accountable.
Okay.
So this helps you to push. So now we'll start with our week 4 assignments. Week 4 is basically related to taking decisions.
Okay.
Probably you'll agree, decisions are makes a big impact on our life. On whatever situation we are right now into, or whatever position we are into, or past experience we had, all are due to our decisions. They could have been good, they could have been bad as well. Two decisions matter a lot to us, right? Just if I ask you to recollect, Shanishta, can you come up with a bad decision of yours? Just think about it. I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes time. Think about it. Then try to think what went wrong with that decision and how life could have been if that decision was correct. Same question to you also, Anthony. Think about a bad decision from your life. It could be anyone. It could be at any stage of your life. If I ask you to share now, Mr. Will you be able to? But don't stress yourself. Just think about any decision. It could have been I asked you for a bad example only. Okay, will it be easier for you to remember a good decision?
Yes.
Then please come on. I'll tell you why I'm asking you. I'll explain you why the reason behind that. Any good decision?
Okay. Good decision was that when I cleared joint entrance,
Okay.
I got different branch of engineering in Shivpur and Jadavpur University, but I took a decision to move to Regional Engineering College. RSC Dugapur was not considered to be a better college than Shivpur and Jadavpur that time, especially. But for me, I think it was a good decision because I got a chance to live away from my home. I learned a lot of things. There were 50% students from outside West Bengal, so I got to interact and learn from various kinds of people. Apart from
So that was
engineering,
a
it
good
was a
decision
life lesson for me.
It did leave a resulting impact.
Yeah,
on your
long
life.
lasting. I mean,
Any such decision for you? It could have been good or bad, whichever. Can you recollect? It can be a small one.
Any decision.
Any decision. Just think about any decision. It could be good or bad. Joy started with the bad one only, but you can come up with any of them.
One of the decisions I made was to allow myself to be injured and stay engaged in some toxic life. That was one of my bad decisions I ever made in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did it impact your life?
It really affected me a lot. It turned my career around and turned me into something else.
So, if you had not taken that decision, life would have been different in other ways.
Yeah, life could have been different. And another decision too I made was trying to help my mother and saying, oh, I want to help my mother, so let me focus on myself and my career and try to push further
Okay.
and see if I can earn money and help her. And in that process of being so busy, I lost her. So I just got so sad that if I knew she was going to go that soon, I could have spent more time with her.
So you see, when decision matters a lot, right? It sometimes helps us and it sometimes ruins our life.
Yeah.
So, how do you find it? Do you find it easy to take a decision?
No. It's not easy.
Have you ever thought of why is it not easy? You also, if I ask the same question, you find it easy to?
I find it very easy. I take decision very fast.
Okay. So, do you have any set of parameters which you?
Yes, I think of the possibilities
Uh-huh.
and I see some end result. And if I find that end result is good by decision making, I take it. But that is the one thing I can tell about myself, and that is kind of my strength. I take decision very fast.
Good. Oh, what I am going to do here is that we have a very fantastically designed online tool,
Okay.
and it will help us to take decisions.
Okay.
As you said, you are faster taking decisions. I am sure once you are through this process, you will be faster when taking decisions. Because if you see, every time we start taking a decision, we think of few parameters, but we are not sure whether they will be correct or not. So what we have done in our system, we have set out a very specific driven tool. Every decision we are going to take, if you pass through this tool, I am sure you are going to come at a good decision.
Okay.
Because if you see, just to brief you, when do we need to take a decision? Only when we are faced with some problem. Once we are faced with the problem, we have to start analyzing it. Few parameters like what can be the consequences of the decisions that we can take. Because every problem has got multiple solutions. Say 2 or 3 solutions we come up. Now if you try to filter, what can be the consequences? Then what are the choices? What are the choices of the decision that we can take? What are the feelings? What are the feelings which are going to get after taking any of those choices? What are our values which are going to meet after we take any of those decisions? Similarly, like who can help me on taking that decision? So these are few parameters, like which usually come to our help when we start taking a decision. So now what we have done, as I have mentioned, there is an online tool. Once you face a problem in that, automatically you will be guided by these options which I told you. It's a self-explanatory tool. You will be given an opportunity to choose one by one, and ultimately you will be able to come at a decision. So before you go into a problem of your own, what we have done, we have given 2 problems from somebody else's problem, not your problem. Can you suggest why I am asking you to solve somebody else's problem?
To learn the decision making process.
True, but you will see when you are asked to solve somebody else's problem, it's very easy.
The third person's
It's very easy
perspective,
to solve everybody other problems, other people's problem. But when it comes to our own, we find it difficult. So that's the very reason we will be initially handling 2 problems of somebody else. I'll give you that problem. You place that problem in that particular wheel.
Okay.
You'll have to come up with a solution of that. Once you are done with the problem solving of those 2 people, somebody else's, you have to come to a problem of your own. There also you have to put that problem into that wheel and you have to come up with the solution. The problems which I have mentioned to be somebody else's, I will just share in short. The first one being, you are at a family gathering. You and your spouse are standing together talking to relatives. One of your relatives make a joke and everyone laughs. You know that this person is a gem at heart and they always crack jokes with no intention to hurt anyone. Your spouse gets offended and left the group. She, or maybe he in your case, is expecting you to do something about it, to confront the relative who cracked the joke. You love and respect your spouse, yet at the same time you know your relative since your childhood. He is very close to you. What do you do in this situation? Use the decision making tool to resolve this problem. So this is one scenario. There is a second scenario, which is like this. You are coaching your clients over a period of 10 weeks. in one of your coaching sessions, one of your clients breaks down emotionally and starts sobbing. Think about it. You handle the situation well at the time to calm them down and change their state. However, later they feel even worse and want to quit the coaching, as they are feeling it's not helping them. You as a coach can either simply allow them to quit and give them a refund, or you can do something else. What you can do? So this is another problem. So this problem you are also going to put in that wheel. Once you have put the problem in that wheel, you have to basically analyze them. I have a series of questions which you will find in the tool also, just for a better understanding. You have to identify what is the problem exactly. What are the choices you have? What do you think the consequences of those choices will be for yourself and others who are involved? What baselines do you need to consider? How do you feel about the situation? Is there anything else you need to learn about it? Do you need to ask for help? If yes, who will you ask? What is the decision? And finally, you have to think, have you really taken a good decision? So these are the basic filters which you will be asked to pass through in this online tool. So I will giving you a short break.
Okay.
It's a very easy task. I think you will enjoy also. Take your time and please come back. And wherein I'll ask you to share. Okay. Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So Anthony, you're done with it?
Yeah, I'm done.
So if I ask you from the scenario 1,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So if I ask you, what is the problem exactly?
The problem is protecting wife dignity and maintain social dignity at the same time, or choose any of them.
Okay. What are the choices?
The choice is 1, confront the guests and seek apologies.
Okay. And
2, pacify wife later on after the function. 3, know everything and wait for the time to heal. 4, avoid such gathering where that particular person is present.
okay.
Yeah.
So you have found your choices.
Yeah.
So what do you think the consequences of the choices will be yourself and the others who are involved?
The person must stop saying, must stop staying in touch with me. That's the first consequence. They must stop talking to me, or so they might feel hurt. And 2, my wife will know I will let this situation happen again.
Okay. So have you ever faced similar situation? Have your husband made you feel like similar situation like this?
No.
Okay, good.
3, this situation can happen again.
Okay.
4, we miss similar gathering in the future.
Right. Okay. So what are the baselines you need to consider while making the decision? You think?
Family and happiness.
So that's above all, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody you feel you should ask for help, or you can take the decision on your own?
No.
You can take one decision on your own.
Yeah.
Okay. So finally, what is the decision?
My final decision, I will confront the relative and say that me and my wife don't like the joke.
Okay. So he seems to be a very protective husband.
I will seek
But you're not married yet, right? So
apology.
you're going to be a good husband, I can.
Yeah, I will confront the guy. Just tell the guy, oh,
This is not true.
this is
Correct.
not good. This you
not
don't like. I know you don't mean harm, but me and my wife, we don't
So
like.
he has very good qualities to be a good husband, right?
Sure. I will protect her.
So do you think you have taken a good decision?
Yeah, because if I don't protect my wife, you know what will happen at home. You know.
So you get married.
Yeah, you get mad. You get mad. So I have to do that. I have to stand up for her. Yeah.
Okay, coming back to you, sir, Mr.
Yes.
I'll go to the second situation scenario for you.
Okay.
What is the problem?
Emotional breakdown of my client after 10 weeks of coaching.
Okay. And the choices?
Choices are first one is letting him go and refund the fees. Second one is allowing him to cool down for some period and come back for coaching. Third is refund the fees and coach him without fees for some time. And fourth is give him lots of good examples to bring him back.
Okay. So what do you think the consequences of these choices will be for yourself and others who are involved?
First one is letting him go will damage my reputation as coach. The second one, allowing him to cool down for some period and come back for coaching. He might feel happy that I am committed to him irrespective of payment. Third one is refund fees and coach him without fees for some time. He might change his mind after 2-3 weeks and come back. And fourth is that give him lots of good example and bring him back. That in that situation he might get inspired by the stories and change his decision.
Okay. So what are all the baselines? You need to consider.
Baselines I need to consider commitment.
Okay. Do you think you need anybody to ask for help in this situation to take a decision? Or you are capable enough?
His trusted friend or relative, if someone is available, then I can ask for help. Yes.
Who will you ask? Do you have anyone like that?
That person's friend or relative.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Now,
he is emotionally broken down.
Okay. So, coming to the final point, what is the decision? What is your decision?
Give him some cooling period and tell him empowering stories.
That is your decision.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good decision you have taken? The convinced?
Yes, that will definitely change his mind.
Okay. So now that we have passed through our trial process, we have tried to identify a solution to somebody else's problem. Now, stepping into your own shoes, our own problem. Hopefully, both of you have found out the problem for yourself also. So, okay, go by Sharmishta, what is your problem? See, the purpose is not that to relish your problem. The purpose is to arrive to a right decision. More important is that to have a proper process to come to a decision, right? So,
Yeah, real decision making problem.
that's the problem.
Okay.
What's
The problem is I'm giving that was one problem was expelling an old employee from job.
Okay, okay. So now that you have passed it through the process,
Decision making will
yes. Again, going back, what is the problem?
expelling him from the job. There were that was a problem.
Okay, what were the choices that you had?
Offering him a VRS scheme or simply telling him to put resignation.
What do you think the consequences of these choices will be for yourself?
The first case, VRS will create financial burden for the company, but the employee would have better financial security. Second is that less financial burden. Second option, just tell him to put resignation. Tell less financial burden on the company, but huge monetary problem for the employee.
Okay. So what are the baselines you consider?
Here the baseline is empathy, sense of duty.
Okay. How do you feel about the situation?
If you ask me that when I think now, I feel good about it.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to learn about it from the situation?
How the various amount can be decided.
Okay, okay. Do you need anyone to ask for help?
No.
And what's the final decision?
Final decision was good. Offering him VRS.
That was the final decision.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You think you have taken the right decision, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So, how would you rate this system, this process? Did it help?
It is helpful.
Okay, it's going to be helpful in future also, right?
Yes.
Okay. Coming back to Anthony,
Yeah.
the same process which you have tried to solve somebody else's problem. Now you have to solve the problem for your own, right?
Yeah.
So can you come up with a problem of yours?
I'm traveling in my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, cutting short, what is your decision in that?
My choices or decision.
Your decision? The final conclusion. I want to just jump to the final conclusion because hopefully you have been able to understand the process.
Yeah. Or for coaching as an alternative
Mhm.
profession.
Okay. So do you think you have taken a right decision?
Yeah.
Great.
Because it's aligned with my baseline.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've taken the right decision.
Okay. See, while doing this episode, with my other clients also, what I have observed is that it turns out to be a bit gloomy because it brings out some shady areas of our life, but nothing to be disappointed. It basically helps us to confront ourselves, to purify ourselves, so that we can move to the next stage. We are introspecting ourselves, so definitely there are good, bad things, combination of all.
Sure.
So nothing to worry or to get disappointed.
Sure.
So all the best. We'll be meet the next week. Thank you.